scheme. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't brave from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, she still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. She gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over first.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Gray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Gray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Gray. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Derek Wolfe, the quarterback, sacked. Fumble.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be... And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And a nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Gray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And this is up, it's through, it extends their first quarter lead to 13-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
4-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And Burrow going to throw again. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to throw is Gray. On 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves 1 play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
20. Bengals nothing.
On second down, here's Burrow. Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The pass.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Patrick Queen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
At the 40-yard line.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Slant pass to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Ball carrier.
He was 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and it's 3rd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Burrow will throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Patrick Queen picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Next to score, Ravens 20.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 28-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to throw. Gray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Incomplete. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Gray now on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now Gray, a final shot before break. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Is no good. That keeps the score.
Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Burrow to throw on second down. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
And the lead is now an even 30. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On second down, Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd and 9.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
At their own 16-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Past the 20.
Keep going. Keep running, man.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 85 yards. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
They're on 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
First and 10.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Open man is Higgins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. To the air again, Burrow. Walker with a grab, left side.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 74 yards. And the Ravens add on.
as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Burrow. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Burrow. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Caught right side, Tate. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer.
For the extra point.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off the bootleg. Gray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Let's go. Hiking 18. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw. Gray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
First down pass.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he locates Walker, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to find Higgins. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
And Burrow going to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Matt Judon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me? Whoa. Then I did the dash, can I catch me? Whoa. Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, hit that. Okay. When I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay. When I hit that. Okay. When I hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. When I hit that. Okay. When I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay. When I hit that.
There were some incredible players this year. Tommy Matthews, for instance, had a spectacular season. But it's the other half of the Heartbreak Kids that really stood out, mainly because he didn't quite live up to his counterpart on the field. These two guys have been battling it out as frenemies since high school, and that rivalry doesn't seem to be dissipating anytime soon. Tommy clearly outclassed his friend in the early stages of their career, kind of like Peter Schrager and I, only in this case, I'm Tommy. But seriously, even though Tommy may have the upper hand at this stage, I wouldn't count out his other half just yet. We've seen what he's capable of as a game changer in the past. So, if he can keep growing as a player, I think this rivalry can even out, unlike the one Peter and I have.
Despite an up and down into the season, contract negotiations were painless. I was just happy to be sticking around long term. After the deal was done, there was a moment to reflect on everything that had happened. The season had just ended, but I couldn't wait to put my pads back on.
After that, your career was off and running.
At the end of the day, the contract they presented was more than enough, and I was happy still to continue playing for the team. I left the office that day feeling good about the years and the games ahead.
As players get into the later stages of their career, oftentimes it's an injury that leads to retirement.
After an injury like that, it takes some time to regain the strength to push the ball down the field.
Fellas, it's put up or shut up time. I know you've seen the press. Their offense has been talking smack about us all week. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to settle the score. Let's focus on the game plan and get ready for Sunday.
Ready. Let's go now. Panthers, ready, go.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it? I can't wait to see what you're going to do on Sunday. Good job.
No pressure, but this is it. We are going for gold.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, and zones, go. Sideline, touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off.
With the playoff game in just a few days, everyone was waiting to find out if I'd be returning this week or if I'd hold off and hope for a win so I could possibly return in a later round. It was without a doubt one of the toughest decisions in my career. With the playoff game in just a few days, everyone was waiting to find out if I'd be returning this week or if I'd hold off and hope for a win so I could possibly return in a later round. It was without a doubt one of the toughest decisions in my career.